I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to talk. Yeah, I think I'm ready to talk.
It's time to be zipping and doing it, okay? Let's go!
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. To anyone who's new here, I go by the name of Tshiamo Ngwenya. How you doing? Guys, I feel like you can feel the vibes, you can feel the energies that I'm actually not good. I need to put out a disclaimer. I am not feeling well. It's that transition of a season where literally every time when a season changes, either become sick, I fall sick. Currently I have flu. Well, I hope it is flu. um so I was supposed to be going out to go see a doctor, but then I just got to be reminded of the fact that I no longer have a phone. And let me put it right, rather, I no longer have like an alternative phone, because the phone that I was using to run most of the things on, most of the businesses on, most of the errands, the phone that had most data was the phone that was actually stolen. And again, I procrastinated, and guess what? I lost everything all over again. Guys, I'm not okay. And I feel like it's okay to acknowledge the fact that we're not okay. And by far, this year has been pretty much shitty, and I am sure I'm not the only person who has had the experience with this year. But this year has been pretty shitty, and it has been pretty much hurtful also, Guys, please do not mind how I look. Literally, I just woke up and I thought of having to record this because I feel that it might just help someone realize that they're not alone. And also, it might also give me a consolation. English. It might just give me a consolation to see a better tomorrow, to survive each day as it comes. So guys, without further ado, I've been going through personal stuff. The last recent video that I uploaded, it had to be of me having to say that almost is better than nothing. Something is better than nothing, which is me having to come to a decision of having to now kick things with a friend instead of the guy that I genuinely love, because it appears that the intentions are not quite reciprocated, and I am just chasing a losing end, So guys, please also do not mind my voice. It's pretty much horsey. I just prepared a remedy here, but the flu is taking its toll on me. Okay. So guys, yes, as you have seen by the title of the video, first and foremost, can I acknowledge people that are constantly supporting me even though I lack consistency, given the reasons that I have provided prior to the video that I posted. I truly appreciate you guys for having to support and invest in this dream of mine, and I wish that it's a win for everyone. I hope and pray that one day I would actually be sitting in a different scenery, and I will show the utmost gratitude to everyone who had me on the day and on the go, and also believed so much that I was capable of having to do this, because also I got to realize that, guys, this year has been a lot. And honestly, to say that I'm fine, to say that I understand, would be me having to lie to myself all over again. It's like I'm at a point where I'm giving. I try by all means to give in whatever that I can possibly give, whatever that I know that I'm capable of. However, it's a challenge every time. Like, there's a new challenge daring me, trying me, and I've always kept myself alive by having to say, I don't think that God would send something that he himself doesn't believe that I'm capable to overcome or withstand, even though it's something that should either hurt me, but in the process I still decide that I'd like to learn from it. Guys, I was mugged, and this happened on the 30th of August, around 2 years. No, it actually happened on the 31st or 30th. 30th was when my phone last updated, because I had it on flight mode. Every time when I go to sleep, I put my phone on flight mode so that I don't get calls to interrupt me, because the next day I was going to work, right? And I remember it was a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So now what had happened is that I was sleeping, and then as I'm sleeping, okay, so I came back from work, and when I came back from work, I found my mom, and my mom told me that she's not feeling well. My mom is sick, by the way. That's another thing that really stresses me out, you know. My mom's not doing so well, guys, and I've been trying by all means to be strong for her own sake, you know. I've been trying by all means to be strong for her own sake, and then I've also have been trying to be strong for my own sake. And it's not been easy. It has not been easy. I'm not gonna tell you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, as a matter of fact. But yeah, back to the mugging. So I was sleeping, and then knowing that my mom's not in a good condition, as I'm sleeping around 2 a.m., I hear a knock. Mind you, I just woke up from, like, literally, I just came up from having to sleep. Like, I just woken up at the instant around 2 a.m. and then I hear a knock. At the back of my mind, I did not really get to think so much, but instantly I thought, chances are it's my mom, because my mom's not doing well. And the first thing that I said when I woke up, I said, Mama. You know, I said, Mom. And then I heard a response, So I'm like, what? Is it my mom being unconscious? What's happening? So I do not even get to give myself a chance to actually look at my phone to see what time is it. And mind you, by that time, my main gate didn't lock. So only the door could lock. Okay, cool. I get up, and then as I open the door, I see a stranger on my door. So maybe I'm thinking, but maybe this person, because normally you'd find those drunk people who get the wrong address, you know, they get lost and all of that. So I look at the person, I'm like, okay, what's wrong? What's happening? This person's just there looking at me. So as I'm about to close my door, a hand literally sticks in through my door, and then this person pushes the door out. And then the next thing I see, this person is the same person who would ask me randomly for cash, and I would give them on the streets, you know. This person one time did pass by my place, and I would give him food, you know. And this is the same person that saw an opportunity to now come through and decided on the day that is going to mug me. And I'm not gonna say that it is the influence of drugs to excuse the whole situation, but I don't feel that anyone is deserving of such. Yes, it is a learning curve, just like how the police, actually I'll get to that point. Okay, cool. So now he points me with the gun. I'm very hesitant. Still, my vision is blurry. I'm not understanding what's happening. And then next time I'm being pointed with the gun, and then he tells me, if you scream, I'm gonna shoot you on the spot. I'm puzzled. I'm very much oblivious. Like, I don't know what to do. And then this guy reaches for my phone. He takes my phone. Next thing, I'm seeing my branded shoes being taken. So now, after a good 5 minutes, that's where, like, I'm starting to regain consciousness. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is happening? So now I continuously keep on saying to this guy, what are you doing? Why would you do this? Like, why are you doing this to me? So now I'm fighting to push out the guy, and the guy's like to the friend, I told you to tie him and cover his mouth. This person is about to scream. So they dash out and they run. So now because I do not live very far from the family main house, I run to the house and I wake up my parents and I tell them what had just happened. Guys, I don't think I gave myself a chance to actually like take it all in. I don't think I actually allowed myself to acknowledge the trauma, because even now I'm so paranoid given that I have security put in place. Ugh, fuck, man. And then that happens. I run home. I literally I tell them what just happened, and then I ask for my brother, please borrow me your phone so that maybe I can try to track my phone. And then I call my friend. I'm like, call my friend. My friend, first response that I get is like, I don't have airtime. Okay, it's fine, you don't have airtime, but it's you having to not even try that really got to me, you know. You tell me that you don't have airtime, it's fine, I understand, and then you access WhatsApp and you text me like, what happened? Imagine I'm panicking, I'm stressed out, you still want me to take my phone, because I was using an alternative phone, to take my phone, which by that time it didn't have data, and do a VN telling you what just happened, that I just got robbed. How is that going to help with anything? Yes, I understand, chances are you didn't have data, do not get me wrong, guys, but yo, I felt that shit because I'm like, this person is my fucking friend, like, and so that happened, and next thing I asked my brother, can we go to the petrol station to go fill up the tank for the car, and can we please go to the station, and I don't know, let's just do something, let's go open a case, let's just do something. I get there. It felt like I was relieving my trauma, because normally things, I don't get to lose things from outside my comfort space, if I may say. I lose things inside. It's either, the first incident had to be a friend of mine, a very close good friend of mine of 6 years, which obviously we're no longer friends or as close, who decided that he's going to steal from me, which I did touch base on one of my videos. I'm not gonna go through that again. And then secondly, it's this person who I've been helping out, but he on that day decided that I'm a perfect victim, you know, I'm a perfect person who he can attack. Guys, never in my wildest dream have I ever dreamt of being pointed with a gun or having my life threatened like that, and having to see things that I worked so fucking hard for being taken away from me just like that, and I am just standing helpless, or just sitting helplessly looking at things that I worked so hard for being taken away from me. I never in my life had imagined that that could ever happen to me. And also, so back to the scene at the police station. Like, if there's ever one thing, guys, I hate being questioned like a lot of times, especially if I'm not in a good space, you know. I hate having to explain myself a lot, especially if I'm not in a good space, because sometimes it's a case of I do not know who has what intentions and how do they feel, or if my vulnerability would be something of pleasantry to them. I don't really know that, you know. And guys, this year has been so hard. So now I get to this police station and tell them the story. First question that they tell me, why did you open the door at 2 a.m? I'm like, excuse me, sir, I just mentioned right now that I had just woken up from my sleep. What was I supposed to do? And mind you, my mom's not feeling well. I never really had time to look at the phone. He's like, you know where you live, you know that the place that you live, the township that you live in is not as safe. Why would you open the door around that time? I'm like, I really despise our what is it, South African police services. I really despise it to the core, because they always make someone who's a victim feel as if it's their fault, as if everything and anything that happened to them has to be their fault. I really despise them. You know what, I literally, in that moment when they started to redirect the blame on, but why did you, I literally lost it, and I was like, you know what, can we just get done with this whole opening case so that I can leave? When I got home, they come with me, and instead of them having to come and maybe seem as if maybe they're at least doing their job, which when I got there, they were busy talking about catching up on episodes, where else I just knocked, you can see, and some of them are even sleeping on duty. They come with me, and at the back of my mind I'm thinking maybe they're going to take fingerprints. No, they come and they observe the place, and they still continue to criticize me and judge me and tell me on how I should have known better. Then they leave. I've never ever enjoyed so much pain in my life. This year alone, I'm seeing myself losing friends because people suddenly change, or maybe it's me expecting too much in relationships. I can never beg anyone to care for me. I can never beg anyone to love me. If the friendship is genuine, when you're going through the most, sacrifices will be made, compromises will be made, irregardless of who is going through what. If it means that we're all going through things, can we be together, confide in each other, cry it out as friends, then come back to reality and start thinking of a way ahead, instead of us having to now wanting to excuse the whole thing of, I'm going through personal things, hence I cannot vocalize this, I'm going through personal things, hence I'm acting this way. That's not fair. Hence that is another part which I'm hoping to detail on in future, or whatever, should I feel to even talk about it. But yes, loves, like, I'm losing friends. My mom's not doing well. I got marked at gunpoint. I am working under pressure at work. And I don't know. However, I did try to check out something on Netflix which was recommended by one of my colleagues, Jessica. It's entitled The Secret, and it speaks about the power of manifestation. It speaks about the law of attraction. It speaks about you having to be a little more kind with yourself, And I don't want to lie, guys. No matter how hard I try to run from this, I feel like my anxiety and depression have a way to catch up with me. Even though now I have ventured into different ways on how, into different like coping mechanisms, such as I do people face beat. You can check out my social media accounts should you be interested, or hit me up on Instagram, or I don't know, or leave a comment section. I'm thinking of having to go back to poetry, because I also am thinking of having to have an appointment with a psychologist, because I don't think I've overcome the trauma. And guys, I'm not okay, but I'm going to be okay. I'll pray about it. And yet again, allow me to tell you this. I personally feel like everything happens for a reason, and with every season I need to make a decision. Anyways, my love, sorry, this was not an entertainment video. I do have to apologize on that. I thought that I should try to share in case any one of you cares and is just wondering what's happening with me. But anyways, I love you. Bye.